Hi, this is Manny with Not Waiting to Live. I am a former Mercedes-Benz car salesman, and in this video, I'm going to share with you from my own experience 5 common sense mistakes people make when buying a used car. Now, this content comes from a much longer video that I already released about what to look for when buying a used car. In that video, I covered the topics of how to research a used car and how to inspect a used car. I decided to break that video into separate parts to make the information easier to access and easier to digest. This video is part 1, and if at any point you find this information useful, please take the time to like the video, comment if you can. This is the way the YouTube algorithm picks up my content and gives me the incentive to keep making videos to help people save time and money on their next vehicle purchase. Thanks in advance.
The first thing, the bottom of the list, the easiest, cheapest mistake, buying a car without a gas cap. Now, this could be a little bit of a red flag. If somebody's driving around without a gas cap, they probably don't care too much about the other parts of their vehicle. But make sure you flip the gas cap open. If it's not there, make sure you get 10 bucks from this seller or lower the price by 10 bucks. The number 4 item on the list that I like to point out is buying a car that doesn't have a spare or a jack. Now, over a used car's lifetime, there are flat tires happen and people have to put their spare to good use, and that's not always a bad thing. That doesn't mean that it's being neglected, but just make sure it's there because that could cost you $100 or more to replace. The number 3 item that I'd put on the list is buying a car without the extra key fob. So a lot of times it's an honest mistake. The seller will have multiple key fobs, but maybe they only hand over one. They just genuinely forgot, left it in a drawer somewhere or with a relative or somebody else who drove the car. So just make sure you ask that question and see if another key fob's available, because regular keys are cheap to replace, but a key fob could cost $100 or more. The number 2 mistake that I would put on this list of things that are commonly overlooked is to look at all 4 tires to make sure they're road ready. Because if you're driving around on 1, 2, 3, or all 4 tires that need to be replaced, that could be a $400 to $800 mistake right out of the gate before you can even drive this thing. So make sure you inspect all 4 tires, and I'm going to show you in this video just a real quick trick to make sure that you're driving around with good tires. And the biggest mistake that a used car buyer makes when they're looking for a used vehicle is they buy a car that has some eminent problems with it. Now, I'm going to show you how you can use this little $20 tool to make sure you don't have any engine troubles or that somebody didn't clear the check engine light before you showed up to look at the car. But I'm also going to show you a step in the research phase to protect yourself against buying a problematic vehicle. There's a lot of good information out there about vehicles, especially once they have gone through the paces over the years.